We live together, waiting for you to get home.
She's crying. That means we win dominance ball. True, but not the time.
Travis, now that you're older, nothing's changed, except I can no longer tell you what to do. I can only ask. So please wear that stupid helmet so I can sleep.
I have the whole thing planned. Start in motion, baby. When we find the land.
I know you guys are all parents, but you know what scares me most about kids? Stan may promise not to cross the street, and Trav may say he's going to wear that helmet, but once they're out of your sight, you never really know, do you?
You've seen the way that things work, but you need a compass to
Why isn't this working?
get around your house.
35 years ago, Social Security Judge Stephen D.
Paycheck. If you are under the age of 65 and cannot work, Social Security protects you from the hardships of medical disability. They provide a monthly check and medical coverage.
You do not have to go it alone. The Slepian Law Firm.
2 stomachs. Then this is the pizza for you. Papa Murphy's 5-meat stuffed pizza. 5 types of premium meat stuffed between 2 layers of scratch-made dough. How make a large for $12. Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees.
This is Violet. She's been waiting for this moment for a while. A moment other kids wouldn't think twice about. Her first bowl of Cheerios. Because now that Cheerios are gluten-free, Violet, and many others, are enjoying their first bowl today.
Trusted for over 75 years, you have the courage to enjoy the ride. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Arizona. Live fearless.
Mistakes. It's the cause of death.
If guaranteed, but with 0%. With a lot of great bargains, but it's also filled with misleading sales schemes. Buying furniture online leads to paying higher prices because online retailers don't usually purchase directly from the factories. They also use a third-party delivery company to get your furniture to your door.
Hey, what you up to?
Back to wedding all the time. Someone added a name to the guest list. T. Gazalian? Who the hell is that?
Be cool. Sit back down. Stop spying on me. Don't be desperate. Let her come to you.
Scoot over.
Warriors, digital protectors. Our cybersecurity programming specialization will immerse you in cyber hero when you graduate. Want to prepare for a cybersecurity career?
How long have you known about this?
4 years ago.
Charlie Sheen today, after his HIV revelation, did he knowingly put others at risk?
Plus, Charlie's exes, Denise Richards, Brooke Mueller, the women in his life speaking out.
It's what's coming up right now
On Entertainment Tonight.
Have you had unprotected sex since your diagnosis?
Yes.
His ex just took an HIV test, and I'm at the Today Show with the results as she goes off.
He never said anything to me.
His multiple partners, are they now taking legal action?
Were you worried at all having unprotected sex with him?
Not revealing you have HIV is a serious crime. And what Charlie's former madam, Heidi Fleiss, is telling us today.
Then Burt Reynolds, our exclusive with the legend at nearly 80, as he tries to deal with chronic pain.
You keep feeling on your leg.
I am in such pain now.
And we're with Blake, making Gwen blush.
There have been some rumors.
I'm not saying I didn't. Ooh.
Now, in our 35th season, this is Entertainment Tonight.
Charlie Sheen admits he is HIV positive, and he says those 3 letters have changed everything.
The diagnosis, the shakedowns, the legal implications. What this all means to Charlie, his long list of exes, and his family. There's a lot of ground to cover.
Oh, yeah, and we have Charlie's first interview and a team of experts to explore it all. Tonight's top story, Charlie Sheen's HIV bombshell.
Are you nervous today? Big day for you today, man.
I'm here to admit that I am, in fact, HIV positive.
Have you, since the time of your diagnosis, told every one of your sexual partners, before you had a sexual encounter, that you were HIV positive?
Yes, I have.
No exception?
No exception.
Charlie looked relieved and flashed a peace sign as he left the Today Show here in Rockefeller Center. He did 3 separate interviews, and in between you could see him getting touched up by a makeup artist. Now, Sheen maintained that each of his sexual partners knew about his HIV status, but it still has some people wondering, could he be criminally charged for potentially exposing his partners to HIV?
California is a very difficult state to prove that somebody tried to hurt you by having unprotected sex with you while they had HIV. You must prove not only that they knew, but they were trying to hurt you.
But Sheen could face civil action. A new report today claims 6 women are planning lawsuits.
You're gonna sue. You're gonna press charges.
What's next for you 3? I'm not sure.
That's one of Sheen's recent exes, Bree Olson. She told Howard Stern today that Charlie's HIV status was news to her.
This idea that he told the people beforehand, you say it did not happen.
He never said anything to me.
Charlie's timeline is under scrutiny. He told Matt Lauer he learned he had HIV 4 years ago in 2011 after experiencing headaches and night sweats.
It's a turning point in one's life.
It's unclear exactly when Sheen received his diagnosis, but that same year, Sheen fell into a dark, wild spiral, declaring himself a warlock with tiger blood.
You judged me, you condemned me, you discarded me. Well, not anymore. Winning!
He was fired from 2.5 Men and moved on to anger management. We visited him on the set in 2013 and asked about his health.
If there's time, I swim, yoga, lift, run, or just dream about it.
Next, his prognosis. Charlie looked healthy during his interviews today, although he was smoking a cigarette just before his arrival.
How many pills are you taking each day?
4. With the current therapies, HIV should not affect Charlie's lifespan.
We spoke to an HIV specialist who is part of the same practice treating Charlie.
When somebody's viral load is undetectable, it is nearly mathematically impossible to transmit it to a sexual partner.
Were you worried at all having unprotected sex with him?
In fact, in an interview airing tomorrow, Dr. Oz sits down with one of Charlie's exes, who says she knew about Charlie's status and went on antiretroviral medication to be with him.
We were a couple. I was in love with him.
As a nurse, she could calculate roughly what her risk was. And I had a world expert in HIV come on the next segment and confirm that her risk of contracting the virus from Charlie was probably the same as getting struck by lightning.
Meanwhile, Charlie's Hollywood news. His former co-star Heather Locklear posted a picture of them together and wrote, "My heart hurts. Prayers for Charlie and his family." And Lady Gaga wrote, quote, "An opportunity for people all over the world to learn about modern HIV prevention."
Well, there is another major layer to this story. Charlie's women, how are his ex-wives, his ex-girlfriends, even his goddesses reacting to Charlie admitting he has HIV? You're going to hear from them coming up.
Meanwhile, Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani put their romance out on full display last night at The Voice. Our Sophie Shalacy spoke to Blake just minutes after the show.
There have been some rumors that you and Gwen wrote together.
I'm not saying that I've written a song with Gwen, but I'm not saying I didn't. Ooh, controversy.
Look at Blake stirring the pot. One thing we know for sure, this romance is officially taking center stage. Check out Gwen running into Blake's arms before last night's taping. Stealing glances, things really heated up after Amy Vachel sang her version of Hotline Bling.
That song's so big that even I had heard it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's shocking.
Gwen sang it to me on The Tonight Show.
Definitely better than the version that we did on Fallon.
They're getting comfortable together, but Blake stole Mr. Modesty when it comes to last week's kind deed, towing these guys out of a mud hole back in Oklahoma.
What would you say is the most heroic thing you've ever done?
For myself, I make a real good Bloody Mary, and I have saved my own life. Sometimes in certain mornings I've woken up and it's like, I'm going to die. The only way I saved those kids, I pulled them out of the mud in order to save their lives from their parents. It was like, we got to get you kids out of here because you're going to be grounded.
Listen, if you're going to have car trouble, have it near Blake Shelton's house. This is the second time that he's come to someone's rescue. Back in June, he helped a man whose truck had stalled on a flooded road. So, I mean, Blake's the man. And he even gave the guy a ride home, by the way.
He's a polite country guy.
That's what it's all about.
Well, from The Voice to Dancing with the Stars, they're down to the semifinals, and Cameron Matheson was there for some surprising drama.
Major props to the show, okay? Because here's the thing. Bindi and Derek, clearly the front runners, right? I mean, they've been racking up big scores for weeks, even some perfect tens. But the show found a way last night to put a scare into them.
Bindi and Derek and Nick and Sharna, you are in jeopardy.
In that moment, what were you thinking, Bindi?
It was really quite scary.
It might have been scary in the moment, Dancing sure knows how.